our weekend's match against Sandawana, I think it's one of the games that one can say they gave a very satisfactory performance. They've shown some hunger. They've shown very good workmanship, and I think it was one of those games really that they performed well as a team. We didn't say much really because we had agreed that Sandawana is a very good, formidable team, and the only way for us to get the maximum points is to play as a unit, and offensively our transitions should be quick in terms of playing offensive or playing defensive, you know. So everything was done well. What I appreciated more was we had a new face in our defensive defensive department of Dikanoteli. He did very well in terms of his defensive duties and his offensive duties. So he gave us more options on both scenarios, and what we also talked about was playing the balls mostly of the time behind the defense of Sandawan, and it worked well. And I appreciated more again of Tsidiso Ramafike. You know, he was really pushing forward, probing in different areas in our offensive phase, and Thabiso Brown also showed some maturity. He was sharing the ball more this time around, and he came with a brace, which was very good. And I think all in all, really, I could say with what we had planned, with what we have spoken about, it was well done. You know, this is very good when you have experienced players. You know, it's good in regard to you can always play around with the positions when the needs arise. You know, we had Muketimbo out with an injury, and it was always going to be easy for me to make the change of taking Maswele into the central defensive positions. So it's something, yes, of course, answering your question, that we can still see it happening. We can still see it happening depending on the opposition. But we are now having more players who we can use as utility players, which is, I think, more advantage to us as Kick4Life.
And we saw Dangiswe Mohani after playing very well against Botawoti Warriors being not in the first team. Any say on that?
Yeah, what I'm trying to do here is to rotate them, because I believe they are both good. So at some stage, yes, it's not about fielding a player feeling sorry for him or something like that, but I believe they both deserve to be in the team. So I thought it would be good, like, to rotate them so that it can create sort of a competition. And of course, it will always again depend on the opposition, you know. But I appreciate the work that he has put in. You know, he has always been pushing to be in the first team, which I really, really appreciate. Yeah, with youngsters, one has to play it right. Youngsters, you need to help them. You need to build the hunger. You need to make them to create a challenge into their game of wanting to work harder. You know, he's not completely out of my plans, not at all. He still have a very, very good future with us. But here I'm working on some elements of some dynamics of managing young players. Yes. The aggression of our opponents, the way they work as a team. And what we did when we came back on Thursday after our recovery and regeneration session, I sat them down and I wanted a feedback from them in regard to our match with Free State Stars. And they had very positive analysis of that game. The analysis that they gave us as the technical team was quite impressive. And we then made a decision. We agreed that, because what they said was, one of the things that they said was, Free State Stars plays the same way we play. It's just that they do everything consistently, you know, in terms of pressing, when they defend, when they attack all as a team. So they said, no, they also need to be consistent. And if you could remember our game against Sandawana, we were on that groove. We were attacking together as a team, defending together as a team. And for me, it was quite good to see people now understanding what we've been trying to achieve. Now, all it's there to do is to be consistent. And also, it's my duty and my colleagues to see that we encourage, we help, we coach, we motivate, we do everything in our power to see to it that we are a very competitive team.
And talking of that game, are we to see the team playing more friendlies with team outside the country, as we have seen that it's playing a big role in helping the team performing well?
We will try, even though it's going to be difficult, you know, when the season starts. The second round of the South African Premier League starts, because as you're aware, they play midweek and weekends. So it's going to be difficult to get, but it is very good to play against the teams across the border, because it always helps in terms of achieving some of the things that we are unable to do within our teams in the league here in Lesotho. No, it was good. One of the things that he hasn't been doing well, it's his defensive duties. But on Saturday, he stuck on. He showed character in terms of defensive duties, which I had told him during the course of the week that this is what I want, because I spoke to him last week. Then during the course of the week now again, I said, no, I think you're getting there. Now you understand what I want. Because the only way for everyone to play is when he plays according to the instructions, you know. So he did a very good job. For me to substitute him was just to secure him, because he had a yellow card. So I had to see to it that I protect him, you know. So he's been really, really doing well for the team. I'm anticipating a very tough match. And this is one of the matches, these are one of the games that we have to give respect in all, you know, aspects. And this is the game whereby we also need to see to it that we get maximum points. And it's a game whereby we're not going to say they have been struggling. We just have to focus on the positive side of our game, being consistent, keeping the momentum of winning mentality. And we just have to go in and dig deep to see to it that we secure maximum points. Now, thank you very much. Cheers.